So within finance and operations with Levridge on top of it, we can easily create a vendor record when you create your customer. So if here we go into our modules, ag sales, ag parameters, and we click on generated vendors. If we have this option here, vendor group for generated vendors, set with the value, then when you create your customer record, it is automatically going to create that vendor record. If this is blank, then that vendor record is not going to be auto-generated. On that vendor record, you can have their hold status set if you want them to be on hold before somebody goes in and reviews them, and then they can change that. And as well, you have the option to set the vendor account the same as your customer account. So in this sequence, if your number, if you have this set to yes, your customer account will automatically be populated into your vendor account. If you have this set to no, then when it creates that vendor record, it's going to use the vendor account sequence to set that ID. So let's take a look at this. If we go into all customers, and from our customer list, we can click new. And here we'll put in Wright Farms and select the customer group. And we'll put in the rest of the information here. And then we'll click Save. So what this did was create the customer record. It assigned that customer to 11. And then it had already created that vendor record. And we can see that here, if we go into miscellaneous details, we can see that vendor account listed under the remittance for that. Additional information on this is if we go into invoice and delivery, you can also maintain your tax information right from your customer record. So this is in, if you have one group of people that maintain your grower information and they really only want to go to one place to maintain that, they can come into the customer form and maintain that tax information here, and it will record onto your vendor record. So if we drill into our vendor account here, we'll be taken over to the vendor detail form where we see it went into that group that we had set up in parameters. And if we had set up some tax information, it would have updated on this form as well. When the vendor is in this group, there's certain things that you cannot do on this form, such as you cannot modify the address or the contact information. That would be then done from the customer form. And with the usage of the global address book in finance and operations, those addresses and contact information will be maintained on both of those records since it uses the same party.